Good morning, friends. I am Sadanandan, teacher English, JNB Kasaragod. Today, we are going to study a story written by famous Tamil writer Vallikan. The name of the story is Madam Rides the Bus. I hope all of you love stories. And this story is about a 13-year-old girl, Valliammai. We can call her Valli, right? Valli's favorite activity was standing at the doorway of her house and watching the proceedings outside. She loved it better than any elaborate game that children played. As you know, she did not have any playmates. One thing what struck her, what fascinated her, was the bus which traveled from her village to the nearby town. She was so captivated by the sight of the passengers getting down from the bus, boarding the bus coming, going in regular intervals. She was so fascinated by this bus. Gradually, a tiny wish developed in her mind. Do you know what was the wish? She wanted to ride on that bus. This desire, this wish actually gradually developed into an overwhelming desire. And she started planning how to ride. Then, as part of the plan, she asked so many questions to the passengers who traveled in the bus. She asked so many discreet questions, collecting all details about the journey. Do you know what are the details she collected? The fare, distance to the town, the number of buses frequency, okay? And she found out the suitable time for her to venture out, to go out. That was the afternoon 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock time when her mother used to take a nap. One thing which worried her very much was the fare. How to collect 30 paise. 30 paise seemed a fortune for her. And she started collecting coins by coin by coin. And by suppressing her many temptations, like you can see here, peppermints, toys, balloons, and even a ride in the merry-go-round. So, painstakingly, she collected the required fare for the bus journey, all set. On fine summer afternoon, a tiny hand commandingly stopped the bus. Stop the bus, she shouted. And the bus gradually stopped, and the conductor looked outside and shouted, "Who is the passenger?" Then Valli tried to board the bus. The conductor wanted to help, but she told, no, I don't want your help. I can board the bus myself. The way the girl behaved, her confidence, her way of speaking, okay, like a mature grown-up, made the conductor address her as Madam. Okay, Madam. That is the title. You may be wondering, who is this madam who is going to ride the bus? Actually, the madam here is our own Valli Ammai, that is Valli. Then you know now why the conductor called her, addressed her as madam. Now she took a seat and looked around. Everything was new to Valli, and she was so much impressed with all the things which she has seen. She looked out, but a canvas blank was blocking her view, and she stood up on the seat and started looking outside. What a wonderful scene, what a wonderful sight, excellent. So she was very much impressed, immersed in that. Suddenly she was startled by a voice. An old man was standing nearby. See, child, don't stand like that, you may fall. See, it is dangerous. So unwillingly Valli sat down. The bus stopped. In the next stop, some more passengers boarded the bus. One particular passenger was an old woman who sat nearby Valli's seat. And immediately Valli took a dislike towards this woman because of two reasons. What are the two reasons? One thing, she started asking so many unwanted questions to Valli, which she did not like at all. She wanted to be left alone. She did not want to be disturbed. So she did not like the old woman for this reason. There is another reason. What was that? Yes, her appearance. Big earlobes, big hole on the earlobe, and then the smell of betel leaf, chewing betel leaf, and betel juice was about to come out of her lips. All this made her dislike the woman. And she told, so no, I'm not a child, I'm a grown up, I know what to do, and I'm traveling with a 30 paise ticket. Okay. Then she sat down, did not speak anything. Suddenly she started clapping her hand. Suddenly Valli started clapping her hands and laughing loudly. What was the reason? She saw something which attracted her attention. What was that? A cow which was running right in front of the bus, raising its tail in the air. So that made Valli laugh loudly, clapping her hands. The driver honked the horn, and after some time the cow went on its own way, and then the bus was moved forward. Then the bus took some turns, and it crossed the railway gate. Valli saw the train passing the railway gate, and then it passed the railway station, and then it entered the bigger roads, and then an open thoroughfare. Finally it was the town. What a wonderful sight it was, full of shops, colorful clothes, merchandise, and crowd of people, okay, moving here, and vehicles. All the passengers got down from the bus. Valli did not move. The conductor asked her, don't you want to have a look at the sights around? Valli told. She was unwilling to get down. No, I don't have money. I'm afraid. I'm scared of moving out. The conductor persuaded her, but you see how determined the girl was. She was stuck to her plan. She was stuck to her plan of, yes, I have this much of money, I don't have money, and now I have 30 paise with me for the return journey. The conductor asked her so many times, and he even offered her a cool drink. Okay, but Valli refused to accept it. Now, after some time, the return journey began. On the return journey, Valli was as excited as she was before. She looked out of the window pane, window of the bus, and she was happy. But all of a sudden, she looked out and she was shocked. What was that? What was the reason? She saw a cow actually. Valli was shocked. She saw a cow hit by some passing vehicle, lying dead in a pool of blood by the side of the road. She immediately recognized, she immediately identified the cow as the one which she saw on her way to town. That was the same cow which ran in front of the bus on her way to town. She asked the conductor, "Isn't that the same cow which we saw on our way to town?" Conductor nodded yes. This sight of the cow haunted her, and she became suddenly gloomy. She became very sad. She sat down and glued to the seat and closed her eyes. She became sad. And then suddenly, after some time, the bus reached the destination, reached her village. Valli thanked the conductor. Conductor told her, "Okay, you come once again to the town, but don't forget to bring your fare." And this way, Valli completed her journey. Immediately she ran towards her home. When she opened the door, her mother was talking with one of her aunts, and they were talking about the things which happen behind the back which they do not know. And Valli immediately agreed to them, "Yes, that is correct." And they asked, "What did you say?" Then Valli, "Oh no, I was just reacting to what you have just told." Then the aunt commented, "See, such a tiny child, how she is poking her nose into our conversation." And Valli smiled. They did not understand the meaning of that smile, but you may be knowing the meaning of that smile. You may understand the meaning of that smile, right? So this is the story. Here ends our story. Thank you very much.